What is going on, guys? We're back again to Dead Walking Sunday, where we're talking The Walking Dead. Twice as far. Now, this is a spoiler review, and if you saw my reaction video to Denise moment, you know that in the face. This episode it started off very slow, and I think the last kind of 45 to, it was a good episode. It was a good episode, but that last, maybe not 45 minutes, but that last like 15 minutes of the episode was really, really great. I'd give it 20 minutes, dude. 20 minutes, last 20 minutes of this episode was really great. So the gist of this episode is Denise finds like a little pharmacy place. She has Daryl and Rosita go with her, and they get some stuff, like medicine, this and that. And really, Denise needed to go out there to, she's not ready to, like Rosita tells her, you're not ready to be out here. But of course, she's stubborn and she goes out there anyway. We also have Abraham and Eugene together, and they go to this place where Eugene wants to go check out, and it turns out that he wants to make ammunition. It's like a kind of place where he could make ammunition, so that's great. And then that's really the gist of those two groups. Then you also had Carol dealing with her situation. There's something still bugging her. There's something like she's torn inside. And I think Carol is going to get a lot of people killed. I will say that right now. But let's move on to the Denise, the Daryl, and the Rosita situation. Now, Rosita, we saw that she was sleeping with Spencer. The beef stroganoff. It's a great callback from the comics. It's definitely different characters they did it with. I mean, you have to change up a lot from the comics to here, but you can have similar stuff, just different kind of characters. And that's exactly what we got in this episode. Like, it's still the comic, yet they changed up some of the characters, and I'll get to that in a moment. So I really feel like I like Rosita a lot more in a television series than the actual comics. I like the comics; she was just kind of there, but in the TV show, I'm starting to really like this chick because she is starting to become she is one of the most badass people. Even Denise is like, how did you learn to fight? That doesn't necessarily mean she's the smartest, because Daryl, when they're going to the little pharmacy place, Daryl says no tracks. We're going the long way. We're going through the woods, this and that. He's very, very, Daryl's a vet. He's smart. He knows. But Rosita did not want to listen. What the fuck? Sit your ass down. No, honestly, but I do like her. I'm starting to like her a lot more than I should have. So, but going to the pharmacy and let's just talk the elephant in the room. All right. Denise was an idiot in this episode. She was so stupid. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you justify the shit that she was saying. Yes, she kind of makes a little bit of sense. I get where she's coming from, but honestly, some stupid shit from Denise. First of all, I know you're trying to, you're trying not to be scared anymore. You're trying to, not be a badass, but you need to get involved a little bit more. But Denise, your involvement has to do with being the fucking doctor and the only doctor in the community. That's why the comic book Denise is a lot better. She's a lot better. She is. This Denise is such an idiot that when she hears like a walker is like in the room and stuff, and Daryl and Rosita are like, oh, don't worry about that shit. It's just one. I hear just one. It's just one. And stub leg. We're good. No. What does Denise want to do? Oh, I'm going to go check things out and shit. Like, bitch, please. Honestly, like, come on, Denise. And then, they do take the tracks this time on the way back because Daryl feels like he needs to trust Rosita a little bit more. Rosita can't hold her own. I'm kind of hoping like a relationship there. Just saying, just throwing it out there. But as they're going through the tracks. Denise has to stop, go to a car, sees a fucking cooler, and risks her life, kills a zombie to get the cooler that's just full of soda. And Rosita said it quite honestly, like what we're all thinking, like, are you an idiot? Are you a fucking dumbass? And Denise says, you're a dumbass. Like, I don't want to hear that shit, Denise. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. So Denise starts spouting out like, oh yeah, I called you, Daryl, because you robbed me of my brother, and I called you, Rosita, because you're alone, and I need you. Like, shut up, Denise. Just shut up already. Shut up, girl. It was kind of touching about her brother, though, and she got the little tag with Dennis. I like that moment. But the fact that when that arrow just went boom right in the kisser, like, I was just like, yes, fuck I wanted you to die. It's harsh, but I wanted you to die. Just let you know, I love you, but I wanted you to die. No, like, yeah, right, arrow right in the eye. And it was a great moment. I mean, I really did enjoy how they executed that. Now, of course, it was supposed to be Abraham, but it didn't go that route. So, Mike, you were totally right. They're keeping Abraham alive a little bit longer, I think. Is that a spoiler? Well, who knows at this point? I think Abraham's going to be here for a while. It seems like he is, especially with him and Sasha hookup at the end. Yes, we all good. Good job. It's weird. Like, I didn't see it coming, but I support it. So basically that happened. Denise just falls. I mean, like I said, it was very well executed. We see Dwight and his gang, and I gotta say, that's a weak ass scar that Dwight has on his face. It's weak. Like, come on. You know, I know it's gonna take a lot of time with the makeup and stuff, but don't give me that shit. Don't sissy lala it. I mean, that scar should be a lot more fucked up. That should be some Two-Face kind of shit. But I do like the actor who's playing Dwight. I really like the actor who's playing Dwight. I think that's a great casting call right there. So of course, Abraham, before we get back to that moment, let's go back to Abraham and Eugene and go into that armory where they have a little fight. And then Abraham pretty much leaves Eugene and says, "Find your way back home then, bitch." But I did like their interaction. I liked Abraham and Eugene's interaction. And Eugene is such an odd fellow. It's always like entertaining to see what comes out of his mouth and shit. So Dwight and the Saviors end up capturing Eugene. Of course, they kill Denise. They take Daryl and Rosita's guns away. And you think all is lost, but you see Abraham behind these barrels. You see Eugene looking for an opportunity to strike. So he tells them that, yeah, my comrade is over there by the barrels. They go to the barrels, but Abraham's long gone. He's in a different position and starts taking out these fuckers. And then Daryl starts taking out these fuckers. And Rosita takes out these fuckers. And Eugene, he gets some balls in his face. Oh, in his mouth. He gets some salty balls in his mouth. That's right. He bit. You thought Rick's shit was crazy? Eugene straight out bites Dwight in the balls. Maybe the dick. I heard dick, but I'm saying I think he liked balls. Anyway, so that's what happened. And it was actually a very executed scene. It was a firefight going on. Of course, Dwight survives. A lot of his people he was with die. You got some AKs going off. I love Rosita's gun. I don't know what that kind of gun that was, but I loved it. And then everybody pretty much they retreat. Eugene gets shot in gets grazed, basically. Gets grazed. Daryl, Rosita take him back to where they need to be. So does Abraham. They get, I think they picked up Denise's body. I thought they went back and got it, but well, who knows. And, yeah, Denise is dead. Eugene gets shot, and that's pretty much the end of it. And then at the end of this episode, we see Carol. She's just like watching Daryl bury Denise, and she leaves. She writes a letter to that one guy that she was with, and she leaves. And that was basically the end of the episode. You see Morgan just kind of looking at the bench where Carol used to sit, and it's just rocking back and forth, back and forth. Great ending to that. Good things and bad things. The bad things about the start of this episode was the kind of warp fades. I hated those. They're cheap. Didn't like them. Didn't like those warp fades in the very beginning of this episode. It just took me out of it. I'm like, I knew exactly what the fuck they were. Like, no, you're a lot better than this Walking Dead. You can do a lot better with the fades. And of course, I did not like Denise's what she was doing. I thought she was an idiot. If you were trying to make me sympathize with Denise, I was not sympathizing with her at all. I just wasn't. But the good things about this episode was the interactions, of course, between Abraham and Eugene. We haven't seen that for a while, and when we did see it, it was very entertaining, especially when Eugene tried to, man up a little bit, beast up with that zombie. He says, "I'll accept your apology, or go ahead and apologize to me." We also had, it was an interesting combo with Rosita and Daryl. I liked that. For some reason, I thought that was great. I thought you don't see those two characters together at all. So even though they were with Denise, you could just kind of tell when they were storming, the pharmacy, when they were the tracks things, they weren't on the same page. But they're very, very capable of surviving, especially together. So I like that, indeed. Dwight's appearance, very much like that. Thought the scar should be a little bit more scarry, but pretty good. Overall, the episode flowed pretty nicely. There's some great music in there. There's some great shots, especially the long shot, the far away shot. But overall, I was kind of feeling like this was kind of done by it was kind of going independent a little bit, or even lesser than that, and a little bit more amateurish. Just some shots here and there, and some them trying to set the mood. But then it kind of paid off towards the long run because they were setting things up, so it does pay off in the long run. Overall, I thought the episode was really, really great, especially that last 15 minutes. I thought Carol's decision, even though a little bit odd, and she's going to get a lot of people killed because people are going to look for her because they want Carol to come back. She's going to fuck everybody over, man. Just because she made the decision, and, she's a big girl. They should have just let her go, and they should have just let her wander off, because I do like that idea of her being like a wanderer and at some point coming back. I love Carol, but right now she needs to get shit right. I mean, I need the mean Carol, not the mean Carol, but it's just a stupid idea because you knew they were going to come after you anyway. So Abraham and Sasha, like it. I like it. Go for it. It's something different. I like what they're doing differently here. I liked how they switched out. Instead of Abraham, it was Denise. Thought they did that. They executed that well. I thought the firefight was executed well. Just overall, I thought Denise's decision making was stupid. Overall, great episode. Really enjoyed it. Thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like the video if you like it, and comment below. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's episode. We only have 2 more episodes until the season finale, and Negan is coming, and you're going to start crying. Just saying. So, that's another edition of Dead Walking Sunday. Until next time, we talk more The Walking Dead. I'm Dan Son, and I'm out here. Bye, guys.